Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. In the last episode, we went and actually were able to finish 3 missions for the, in the main quest. We did a mission for, Mynisera, who had asked us to go and locate the courier who had delivered the letter, which we are tasked with, you know, kind of finding from Uriel Septim the 7th. And we found out that it was delivered correctly because it was addressed to the Queen of Daggerfall. Unfortunately, in that time period, it was intended for Mynisera, the Queen of Daggerfall, but in the time that it was written and the time it was actually delivered, King Lysandus had died, and so his son and Queen Apka-I had ascended to the throne and made her Queen of Daggerfall, so it was delivered to the wrong person. It was addressed to the right person, right, title, but to the wrong person. So that's what we learned. Then we went over here to Castle Wayrest, and we did a mission for the prince over here, and we did a mission for the princess over here, and we did those 2 missions. So in this episode, we have got some more missions to do. Again, I'm trying to be very particular and careful over what missions I'm choosing to do, because there's certain missions that lock certain things out, and I'm trying to get all the main quests done. But it does seem, unfortunately, that I may have misread or been misinformed, and one quest may have gotten locked out from here, which involved the Queen Barenziah, a quest for her. It seems like possibly I was supposed to wait between delivering, doing the mission for the prince here, and doing the mission for the princess here, because then a quest would have popped up for Barenziah. And it seems like possibly doing the princess quest before that quest may have screwed something up. And so, we actually have the ability, to, I'm going to quickly, we make end saves at the end of every episode, so I actually want to possibly, you know what? We're going to do something we don't normally do on this channel, and we're going to do a reset, because main quest, I'm trying to see everything. So here's what we're going to do. That princess quest is still going to happen, but we're going to do it at a later date, and you're not going to see it. So basically, the princess quest will be correct, but we're going to continue from here, which was the prince continued, where we read the letter, is what we did. And we're going to redo the prince quest here, which is causing us to now go back over here to Castle Wayrest and travel. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to wait and see if that other quest for Barenziah pops up. Correct. And if it does, we're going to do the Barenziah quest, and then I will off-screen, because you guys kind of already seen the princess quest. Well, I will do the princess quest again, so that way all the quests are done correctly, and then we'll do other quests. Again, this is not as simple as Arena was, where it was go to Dungeon X and it leads to Dungeon Y to find what you're looking for. There are quests that lock certain quests out, and I've been really trying to make sure I don't do it, but it seems like I made a mistake, and it seems like that is what's happened, because I actually was looking, I'm like, because there's for me to be able to talk to Mynisera, I've got to have one of the Barenziah quests kind of feeds into it. It's not like is super important, but it does feed into it, and I'm figuring the way I'm reading the chart is that if I go to a lower rung of quest, that it will lock out the quests above it. So I'm like, well, I can't do the quest down below until the quest up above is correct, and I'm not getting anything from him because Barenziah is not wanting to speak to me. So, again, story-wise, I have no idea what's happening for as far as future quests. But again, I'm trying to my best to stay spoiler-free, but as well as provide as much content for you as possible. So is it a pure blind thing? No, but it's as blind as I ethically feel I can do. Hello, dude. Well done, Vesp. Your budding reputation appears to be deserved. Lord Castellian is quite pliable now. Anyway, here's the short, blah, blah, blah. We've read all that in the last episode. Great, I'll take it. Let's do a quick travel about, I would say, over here. Yes, and let's go ahead and travel to Gothway Garden, which will give us a nice amount of 37 days. And then travel back over here to Wayrest for another 36 days, so that's been roughly 2 months, so hopefully that quest will pop. There's no guarantee, though. And then we can actually rest here at the tavern, make it light out, and then maybe, hopefully, everything will work out. Okay, hello, good sir. I would like a room for a night. Thank you very much. Go down. Nope, that's not where I wanted. Get out of the door, thank you. Go down here, rest for... What time is it? It is 9, so it's 7:33 in the morning. So rest for 13 hours. It'll get us out here at 8 a.m. And then we'll go on head over to the castle, see if we can talk to Barenziah. And hopefully maybe everything will work this go around is what I'm hoping. Again, things get a little finicky when there are certain quests you have to do in certain orders, otherwise it locks quests out. And you know, while this is a first series for me, it is blind and I'm trying to experience things. I also have a duty. I feel I have a duty for, as a less player, to showcase as much of the game as I possibly can for you guys. For some of you may not be playing this game ever, so I try and provide that. So I try and strike a nice balance between playing a game, not knowing what's going to happen, while still maintaining a level of control of the material I'm presenting. Is my general approach towards the series. So as we head on over here, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works out all right. I can't say for certain. There is one thing I could theoretically check to see if to make sure if the quest is running, but we'll see. Hello, Wayrest. Thank you. Come on, please work, please work, please work. Hello? Oh no. Okay, I did this earlier, so let's try print. So this was from a previous thing because I was trying to check to see if it would start. So what is the help is the console command, and then it's up here. It is, I think, print quests with like a where's it at? Yeah, print. No, you don't need to capitalize print. Print quests. No, that's not how you spell that word. Print quests. There we go. The Barenziah's books is running. So if Barenziah's books is running, I should be able to talk to her. Am I supposed to get a letter or something? Let me quickly try and avoid spoilers. Okay, I'm supposed to be receiving a letter from her, and that's just the quickest thing I do. You see, I see there's a prerequisite of that quest that we just did in there. But there's also a required reputation of at least 15 reputation with Barenziah, which I don't have. Interesting. So maybe I don't have enough reputation for the quest to pop. Let's briefly, I'd say, do a little bit more of a travel about. Let's do one more quick travel just to make sure, because it just... let's travel over here, just... No, we don't even need to travel out of Wayrest. We can just travel here to Eastwald, travel there, travel back to Wayrest, see if it pops after another couple days. No guarantee, though. Thank you, Wayrest. And do I get a letter? I'm waiting for letters, basically. No. Alright, I think I might not have enough reputation with Barenziah, which that then poses an interesting dilemma of how do I get reputation with Barenziah. So let me do a brief investigation on how possibly to get more reputation, because I'm thinking that may be what's holding me back, because I meet all of the prerequisites. I'm well above level 9, which is the required level. I've done the prerequisite blackmail quest. So the only thing that, and it says it's running down here in the CS triple, or not triple, quadruple, no, not quadruple, it's 5. 5 times, 5 zeros, 11. Barenziah's books is running, so it's running. It should theoretically be popping, but it's not. So I'll be back after I figure out how to pop. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is I don't have enough reputation with Barenziah, so I'll be back in a little bit when I figure out how to get my reputation up. Okay, I've done a brief investigation, and by a brief investigation, I went to Reddit and looked up possibly an answer, and it says that this is kind of a common thing that can happen, especially with Barenziah, and that it seems like I don't have enough reputation. So there's 2 different ways I can go about it. There is a console command which I could use, which would automatically do it, but that feels a little too cheaty for me. The other would be to do some noble quests, and by doing noble quests, it will by proxy increase her reputation as well. So I know I said we weren't going to be doing noble quests on the series, and we're not going to, because I'm not going to make you sit and watch them, because it's going to be mostly fetch and deliver quests. But I'm going to be doing probably a few. I'd imagine 2 or 3, and that should get me up to the reputation I need to be able to for the quest to pop. So I will be back once I can actually talk to Queen Barenziah. All right, I'm back. We did a bunch of noble missions in Wayrest. We finally got the letter to pop. A page wearing the colors of pale yellow and rose of Wayrest appears silently at your side. He hands you a letter and disappears as quietly as he arrived. Let's go ahead and look at it. Dear Vassat, my beloved son has brought your name to my attention and suggested that we might have some business to discuss. I understand that we have a mutual interest. Please visit me at Castle Wayrest at your earliest possible convenience. Yours, Barenziah, Queen of the Kingdom of Wayrest. Alright, let's go ahead and travel on over to Wayrest. Here, right there. Can't travel by ship. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare. There's 36 full-on days of travel. And we came in on the west side of town, so I will be back once we are at the castle and talking to Queen Barenziah. Alright, we are here at the Castle of Wayrest, and we get to talk to Queen Barenziah finally. Hello, Queen. Thank you for responding to my letter, Vassip. It is very difficult for a queen of a powerful nation and a queen whose home is far away to trust any mercenary. That is why when my dear child Helseth told me about you, I was so quick to write. There is a rather sensitive situation brewing, and I need someone I can trust to correct some wayward revolutionaries for 1,667 gold pieces. Will you perform such a service for me? I am also prepared to reward you with an information as well as 1,667 gold. Absolutely. I am glad to hear it. Some years ago, a disgruntled and possibly deranged scribe of mine wrote a biography of me, which my worst enemy would call cruel and defamatory. Because the book was also excessively critical of the Empire and Septim imperial family, it was wisely suppressed and its author executed. Unfortunately, chapters of the book resurface from time to time. I have reason to believe one chapter of the book has been purchased by the Orcs of Orsinium, who are attempting to publish it. I need it removed from their stronghold, also named Orsinium. Time is of the essence. I'm sure Gortwog will not wait long. Once this chapter is safe, we will talk further about your ambitions. Alright, so we are headed to... Queen Barenziah has hired me to find a chapter of a libelous book about her that has been circulating around the bay. She believes it to be in the dungeons of Orsinium, home of the warlord Gortwog. Okay, so we're going to Orsinium. Hopefully that I can just click it via my map, but I have a feeling I'm probably not going to be able to. Please? Oh, no, okay. I'm assuming it's over here in the Rothgarian Mountains. Or... Orsinium? No? Interesting. Is it in Wayrest itself? Orsinium? Am I just spelling Orsinium incorrect? Or, no, I'm an idiot. It's Orsinium, of course, is going to be in the Orsinium area of, okay. Orsinium. Perfect. There we go. Travel. How long is it going to take? 2 days. Recklessly travel. I can't travel by ship, can I? Okay. 2 days. Go. Hurry. And then where do we go from here? Interesting. Residences. Hello, harpies. Okay, goodbye. Harpies. Come on. There we go. Okay. Really? Okay, come on, bring it. Get down here and... Come on, there we go. Now. Okay, well, this is a dungeon if I've ever seen a dungeon. Okay, get up here. And... Orsinium, yes. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh, hello. Well, we got orcs, of course, who, that's not a surprise in the slightest. We can recall, anchor, can't rest, so we'll just save here at, Barenziah start. And we can actually just go. Okay. Didn't know orcs did a whole lot of music playing, gonna be honest. Hello, shaman. Hello, Gortwog. You're new who I need. You're a person. I don't know if I need to talk to you. Hello? I can't talk to you even if I... Can I kill you? I don't know if I can. Can I kill you? I cannot. Okay, fair. Duly noted. Okay, goodbye to you. The good thing is with orcs, they're not too difficult to kill. They're mostly one swipe, one kill. Make sure there's no hidden passages. What in the world is that out there? Excuse me. Yes, come on, pull it up. There we go. Oh my gosh, this has inverted controls. There we go. It looks like ice crystals. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're gonna continue going up. Okay, goodbye to you. Any secret paths? Don't want to miss anything. No, okay. Go this direction. Deal with you first. Deal with you second. And we can actually take a tiny bit of a nap because we're a little bit tired. And let's make an exploring save here. We are at a fork in the road. We always say go left, so we'll go left, at least for the time being, until, you know, we fancy not going left anymore. Okay, we gotta... Okay, I hear something in there. Don't necessarily want to go there, but I also have 0 choices, so that is where I need to be. Is there a scorpion in here? No, it's just a shaman. Okay, goodbye to you, shaman. I said goodbye, thank you. And now we're going in here, and any secret... Okay, I'm so paranoid I'm gonna miss a secret room. That's a warlord orc. Yep, great, love to see it. Got a shaman in here. Okay, we got one of these rooms. One of these rooms is typically means there's going to be a lot of paths coming up, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but what you gonna do about it? Okay. We came in here. Let me fly up there. Deal with any orcs. Well, first off, there's a couple scorpions that we need to deal with, so I will deal with you all. Thank you. There's one more scorpion, but I need to deal with you first, so if you don't mind... Okay, well, you're gonna miss every single one of them. Thank you. You're not gonna miss all of them, Daedrith. Just some of them. And we can go over here and kill the scorpion, and then we need to rest, and I need to make another save, because we've been... I'm not gonna make another mistake of getting one shot killed and us losing 20 minutes of progress, especially as long as this prep has taken me to get Barenziah to like me for us to get this quest to pop. Alright. And then there was a door here, correct. Thank you. And let's go down here. Okay. Little bit mazy, but not too theoretically bad so far. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. Open, thank you. Nothing? Okay, I'll take a nothing room. And then what's this way? Okay, goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. Tried to kill me? Well, screw you. Nothingness? Nothingness. Okay, love to see it. Love to see it. I will take it. Except this way, which we've not been. Okay. That's absolutely nothing. And then this way. Oh, it's one of these rooms. Okay, we're gonna have multiple of you then. If there's one of you, we're gonna have multiple of you. Oh, unless there's an orc shaman in here, which is there appears to be. Okay, orc, you need to die. Thank you. And then fireball to you. I said fireball to you. Thank you. And then any other fireball. I said fireball. Thank you very much for dying. I appreciate it so much. There's always a secret room here. Is what I need in here? Does not appear. Oh, hello, Centaur. You frightened me at the tiniest amount. There's a skull, and then anything else? Probably not. So is this just a empty room of nothingness? It is an emptying room of nothingness, which means this entire area has been explored. Love to see it, love to see it, love to see it. So check, that's been theoretically checked. Granted, there was a door at the very beginning, so we might be completely going down the wrong path, but we don't know 100% certain yet. Nothingness, nothingness, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then over here, there should be a door. There is, great. And we'll go left first, deal with you. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This path's gonna be a nightmare. Okay, goodbye to you, Daedrith, and I need to actually just say, I've been silenced? Oh god, no, that's not good. Okay, stop. In fact, heal so I don't, no longer silence. I would like the ability to cast spells. It is a very important character ability of mine. Nothing in here, even though there should have been. It sounded like there was. Was there a secret room back there? Oh, okay, maybe there wasn't. It sounded like a Daedrith, though, was just nothing. Love it. Nothing. Okay, so this area has been explored. It sounds like there's a Daedrith, like, right here, but it's not showing up. Okay, so that area's been explored. That area's been explored. Goodbye to you, Orc. We need to go down this way, though, because we've not been this way. So what is in this room? There's a scorpion that needs to be dealt with. And then a shaman, which needs to be... I said a shaman, which needs to be dealt with. There we go. And a Daedrith. Goodbye to you. Nothing in here. What's in here? Oh, hello. Goodbye. Nice little regal throne room looking thing. Any secret rooms? Oh, yes, a secret door. Where? Here. Great. And then what's in here? A Daedrith is what's in this current location, so goodbye to you. Any other secret rooms in this room? Or nope, okay. Loot, well, we don't need loot. That's not what we're looking for. Interesting, okay, so this section's been explored. We need to go back now. This direction. Have we been this direction? We've not been this direction, so let's go this way. Hello, Daedrith. Goodbye, Daedrith. There's nothing that way. So that's been explored now. Back this way. Oh. And luckily this is not too bad. Okay, that is the room of where... Okay, so we've not been this direction. And goodbye to you. There's... Going this door because it doesn't seem like possibly too bad of a way, but now that it's going up, I'm a little more hesitant to say that it could be. Really? Scorpion. I said I'm silenced? Oh no, this is bad. Well, luckily the scorpion's not doing too much damage to me. This could be a death, though. This absolutely theoretically could be a death, because I'm silenced and I can't move. Hopefully you continue to miss. This makes me feel like he can't hit me if I do this, so... But it's probably going to make people at home sick, so I'll just stop doing that. I'll be back, apparently, after I can move, so... Hopefully I don't die. Okay, I'm back. I was finally able to move. Goodbye to you. Luckily, it was a scorpion that got me, and not something that actually has a, insanely high hit percentage chance. I would have been screwed if it was like a lich, or not a zombie, but a vampire. I would have been straight up dead. In fact, why am I being dumb? I need to rest. I need to make an exploring save. Exploring 3, dude. Let's not have an incident. Level 18, well, of course, open a level 18 door. Well, I'm gonna look simply because it makes Dwarven Brick and Left. That is a very fancy looking thing, but we don't need it because it's not as good as what we got. Nothing? No, there's a hidden... I don't know, was that hidden, or did I just not go down a hallway? No, I just didn't go down a hallway. No, I went down a hallway, it was just nothingness. Okay, so this area is a complete waste of my time. Love to see it. But the good news is it's not too bad. We've not been this direction, though, I know for a fact, so we're good to go this way, and we'll go down to start. Anything in here? Nope. And then... Is there anything this way? Nope. And Hello, orc. Goodbye, orc. Another dead end. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably... Oh, wait. Stupid me. Locator device hums. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I'm going in here. I'm actually straight up a little bit lost of where I need to be. Well, we'll go down here simply because there's a Daedra that we need to kill. And this actually looks like we might be making a little bit of progress, maybe? I'm feeling a little less happy about it now. Oh no, I'm definitely feeling... at least we're going in the right direction. Okay, we're not going in the right direction anymore. Okay. Okay, goodbye to you. Bye to you. Really? No, we don't need you, rat. We don't need you, orc. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, because I'm silenced, so I was gonna recall, but apparently I'm not going to have the ability to do that at the moment, because I was just gonna run back to that room. Because I know at least how to get there. I'm a little bit lost on how to get back. I think it was this direction. This direction. Am I able to recall yet? No, I'm still silenced. Okay, when that yellow symbol goes off, I'm able to... I've not been this way. But why am I going I don't need to go that way. Just go back to that big pyramid room looking thing with the water feature. You can go... If you go back there, at least you're, you know, somewhat familiar where you need to be. Possibly this way. No, but, well, maybe. Maybe I can get there from here. I would just need to go this way. Yes. And... it's underneath. It's underneath. Okay. Oh, normally this is filled with water, so I didn't even begin to look in there. I need to free action if you don't mind. And I need both of you to be just gone, thank you. Level 120. Ooh, god, I don't think my open spell can open that. Yeah, lock is too powerful. Which means this is a puzzle. And I doubt I can sit here and bash a level 128 door open, no. Alright, I will be back once I figure out where we need to go. Maybe up here. Alright, I'm up here on this upper level. That's unfortunate, man. Okay. We'll go, I guess... We'll start this way. Hello, Scorpion. Goodbye, Scorpion. Then... is there anything in here? I always hate these layouts because they get a little confusing to me, but maybe we'll get lucky and find what we're looking for. We're looking for, obviously, for maybe a lever or some kind of activation. I'm silenced, so I will just bash it open instead. It's not... There's still enemies nearby, so I can't even rest to get rid of my silence. So let's go this way. Okay, goodbye. Oh! Perfect. Okay, great. Okay. Yep. Okay, goodbye to you. I say goodbye. And goodbye to you. And good day to you. One and all. A lever. Another lever. A third lever. And a fourth lever. Okay. Letter. Befitting a queen at a ceremonial departure for the something. Okay. Chapter 6. You dance on the edge of a volcano, child. Dreliane scolded as Barenziah admired the emerald ring her lover had given her to celebrate their 1-month anniversary. How so? We make one another happy. We harm no one. Semekis bade me to the discernment and bade me to be discriminate and discreet. Who better could I choose? And we've been most discreet. He treats me as a daughter in public. Tiber Septim's nightly visits were made through a secret passage. He slavors over you like a dog his dinner. Have you not notice the coolness of the Empress and her son toward you? Barenziah shrugged, even before she and Septim had become lovers. She had no more of his family than threadbare civility. What matter? It is Tiber who holds the power. It is his sons who holds the future. Do not hold his mother up to public scorn, I beg you. Can I help it if that dry stick of a woman cannot hold her husband's interest even in conversation at dinner? Have less to say in public, that is all I ask. She matters little, save that her children love her, and you do not want them as enemies. Tiber Septim has not long to live, I mean. Dreliane amended quickly at Barenziah's scowl. Humans are all short-lived, temporary, as we elves say. They come and go as the seasons do, but the families of the powerful live on for a time. You must be a family friend if you would see lasting profit from your relationship. How can I make you truly see, you who are so young and human-bred as well? If you take care, you and Mournhold are like to live to see the fall of Septim's dynasty, if indeed he has founded one. As you have seen its rise, it is the way of human history. They ebb and flow, like the tides. Their cities and even their empires bloom, like spring flowers, only to wither and die in the summer sun. Barenziah just laughed. She knew that rumors abounded about her and Tiber Septim. She enjoyed the attention, for all save the Empress and her sons seemed captivated by her. Bards sang of her dark beauty and her charming ways. She was in fashion and in love, and if it was temporary, well, what was not? She was happy, for the first time she could remember. Each day filled with joy and pleasure, and the nights yet better. What is wrong with me? Barenziah lamented. Look, not one of my skirts fit. What's become of my waist? Am I getting fat? Barenziah regarded her thin arms and legs and her undeniably thickened waist in the mirror with displeasure. Dreliane shrugged. You appear to be with child, young as you are. Constant pairing with a human has brought you early to fertility. I see no choice but for you to speak with him about it. You are in his power. It would be best, I think, for you to go directly to Mournhold, if he will agree, and bear the child there. Alone, Barenziah placed her hands on her swollen belly, tears forming in her eyes. Everything in her yearned to share the fruit of her love with her lover. He'll never agree to that. He won't be parted from me for now. You'll see. Dreliane shook her gray head, although she had no more a look of sympathy and sorrow, had replaced her unusual cool scorn. That night Barenziah told Tiber Septim of it when he came to her. With child, he looked shocked, stunned. You're sure of it? I was told elves do not bear so young. Barenziah smiled uneasily. How can I be sure? I'll fetch my healer. The healer, a high elf of middle years, confirmed that Barenziah was indeed pregnant, and that such a thing had never before been known to happen. It was a testimony to his excellency's potency, the healer said. Sycophantically, Tiber Septim snarled at him. This must not be, he said. Undo it. Sire, the healer gaped at him. I cannot. Of course you can, he snapped. I command you to do so. Barenziah, wide-eyed, with sudden terror, sat up in the bed. No, she screamed. No, what are you saying? My dear child. Tiber Septim sat down beside her with his winning smile. I'm so sorry, truly, but this cannot be. Your child could be a threat to my son and his sons. I will put no more plainly than that. The child I bear is your child, she wailed. But it's but a possibility it might be, not yet gifted with the soul of quickened into life. I will not have it so. He gave the healer another hard stare, and the elf began to tremble. It is her child. Children are few among elves. No woman conceives more than 4, and that is very rare. 2 is the allotted number. Some bear none, some only 1. If I take this one from her, she may not conceive again. You told me she would not bear to me. I've little faith in your prognostications. Barenziah scrambled, naked, from her bed and ran for the door, not knowing where she was going, only that she could not stay. She never reached the door, for blackness took her. Barenziah woke to pain and emptiness. Dreliane was there to soothe the pain and clean the blood that pooled under her legs, but there was nothing to fill the emptiness. Tiber Septim sent gifts and flowers and came for short visits. Always well attended, Barenziah received these visits with pleasure. But he came no more at night, nor did she wish for him. After a month, when she was physically recovered, it was announced that Semekis had requested she come to Mournhold earlier than planned, and that she would leave forthwith. She was given a splendid retinue, a wardrobe befitting a queen, and a ceremonial departure from the gates of Imperial City. Interesting. Alright, And so that is what we needed. I'm assuming take it back to Queen Barenziah. So let's recall. I'm silenced, so I'll be back once we are turning this quest into Queen Barenziah. I was coming into Wayrest to hand this in, and it says a strange presence overwhelms you, almost as if you were being watched. Proceed with caution. You know what? I did it in the last episode, nothing happened. We're gonna do it again. We're not proceeding with caution. Absolutely not. Bring it. I don't know what it's gonna do, but we're no longer proceeding with caution. We're a cautionless. Don't make any sudden moves. I want you to reach for your Who? Really? No, just cut it out. This was a horrible mistake on your behalf, thief. Horrible, horrible mistake, and now you've paid with it with your life. Do you feel like a smart person? No, obviously not. And we came in on the horriblest, most god-awfulest side of town, so I will be back once we are actually in the throne room handing this quest in. Alright, we are here. Let's turn this in. Hello. Prince Helseth did not exaggerate your virtues. Here is 1,667 gold pieces I promised. You may not know this, but not only is Gortwog the holder of that letter the Emperor lost some months ago, but he's also contending for an ancient relic called the Totem of Tiber Septim. Ooh, that's the second time we've heard that. If that cannibal gets his warded hands on the totem, it could mean the end of Wayrest and possibly all civilization on the Iliac Bay. We may need your able services again, Vassip. Well done, Vassip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have anything else to say? Nope. Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and make a Daggerfall main continued to save. And I now have to do this quest again, because, again, me doing that quest last episode meant that that quest we just did wasn't going to ever come up. So we had to go back, we had to do this quest now, and now I will do this quest. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch it again. And then I will be back, and after that, we, I believe, can then go and officially talk to, I believe, Mynisera we are then able to talk to Mynisera, because this was the last, the Barenziah one was the last quest that fed into the talking to Mynisera quest. So, let's go on ahead and, I'll be back once we are talking with Mynisera in Daggerfall. Alright, we are here at the castle here in Daggerfall, and let's go on ahead and talk to Mynisera over here. Hello, we got news on who has the letter. So Morgaya says Gortwog has the Emperor's letter. Very interesting. I think I have a way to get Gortwog to turn over that letter. Are you willing to brave the depths of Orsinium to try and retrieve it? Really? Really? Orsinium? Again? Even though I was just there? Really? Okay, yeah, sure. Gortwog wants very badly to be recognized by the Empire. It would mean the beginning of peace between the Orcs and the other races of the Empire. Present this letter to Gortwog. Hopefully it'll persuade him to cooperate. Okay, great. Now I gotta get out of here, because every time I come in this room, people want to kill me. So just excuse me. Hi, gonna just scoop and dupe and just leave you alone. Let's read the letter. Here, Lord Gortwog, King of Orcs, Warlord of the subterranean realms. Hail and long life King Gortwog. Long have you and the Orcish people sought formal recognition by the Empire. My dead husband, King Lysandus, supported your claim to sovereign rule. I would now help you in your cause. Sadly, a minor missive from the Emperor has been misplaced. For me to truly hold the trust and ear of Emperor Uriel Septim, I need to reclaim this note. Should you be able to place in my servant's hand this trifling letter, I would be far better able to forward your claim to the Emperor and his court, the Dowager Mynisera, Queen Mother to King Gothrid of Daggerfall. That is some top-notch quality. Where is it? It's Orsinium area, and then Orsinium. That's some top-notch diplomacy. Orsinium. Great, how long is it going to take? Yes, I wish to travel. 11 days, perfectly understandable. I'll take 11 days and we can travel. Our harpy's going to spawn in again, because that's what spawned in last time. And then let's go on ahead and travel by foot. Get up here. And it's always nice to go back to where you literally just were in this same episode. Okay, go here. Recall, anchor, can't rest, save here at letter, start, and oh, there's a shaman over here. Okay, goodbye. I said goodbye to you. There are enemies still nearby. Hello, you're Gortwog. Let me get a nice old picture of you for the thumbnail. Thank you. And okay, Gortwog. So, Mynisera seeks to sweet-talk me. Bah, her letter is of no value to me anymore. She may have it. However, my people may not be so lenient toward a high elf wandering the halls of Orsinium. If you can survive my realm and find the letter, you may take it back to her. I will also consider you to be a worthy high elf. Okay, well, I do have things on me, so goodbye to you. And then what is up here? We went left last time, so let's go right and see what's going on the right side of the castle. Goodbye to you. It's just more ways up. That's nice. Okay, no, you need to cut it out. Thank you. Nothingness? No secret rooms or anything? Okay. And then that, nope. Okay. Well, the left is technically the correct way to go, so I guess we're going back left. Sorry about that, folks. You guys got, well, you're probably wondering, I wonder what was behind the right door. Well, apparently nothingness was what's behind the right door. So we get to go now this way and back to probably, I'd imagine, that gigantic fountain room, because it seemed to me to be where there were still places we hadn't explored yet, so that's probably, and by probably, I mean almost assuredly where we need to go. So, goodbye to you. And then, but we haven't been straight, so I guess we could theoretically go straight and see what's this direction. It's more up, that's perfectly fine. And then we got more orcs, of course, because that's only what we're going to be facing. Unless, no, we're going to also be facing Daedriths, so, nothingness? Nothingness. Okay, so it is in that room over here. So I will, how about this? I'll be back once no, well, I'm not going to be back once we're in that room because, oh, hello, orcs. I am here allowed, I'm here allowed by Gortwog, so I mean, you're really just attacking a guest. I know that the idea and premise of guests are new things to you guys, but I really am allowed to be here. I can assure you. Thankfully, again, thankfully it's orcs, not liches, because liches take forever and a day for me to kill. Let's go ahead and get rid of you, and there should be one more. There should be a shaman over here, if my memory serves me correctly. Or not. Oh yeah, there's scorpions. Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, I believe, I completely missed that jump. Let's try that again. Okay, and jump. I completely missed that jump again. Okay, how about, can I make this jump? Oh, no, okay, well, I'm gonna stop trying to jump. I'm silenced. Okay, how about this? How about I just don't at all just do anything and I just go back this direction, maybe? We kind of explored that way. What's down this way? A door. Go down the door. What's up? We'll get rid of you. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. There is a bunch... Well, there's an Iron Maiden and a bunch of hay and coal. Okay. And then, ooh, secret door. I love a secret door. You know me, I love a good secret door. Or a camouflage door, I guess is the more, the proper word for it. That interconnects with stuff previously, so hold on. Let's briefly take a brief aside and go back to this direction where the first door originally was, and then go this direction because we've not been this way yet. Okay, oh, a way up. Okay, a way up to me screams like success. Okay, room with a candle, like a little tiny church thing. Okay, well, you need to just die because you were stupid enough to turn your back to me. Nothing this direction. Okay, you also have your back turned to me, so that's just dumb. And then goodbye to you. And then what is this over here? Goodbye to you. Nothing. Ooh, wait. Is it already enough? Yeah, great. I already explored enough to where I can go that way. Okay, interesting. Interesting. All of that up there, though, is dead ends, right? Yes, it is. Okay. What is this way? A door. We're looking to go down. Okay, goodbye to you. I'm liking... I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Okay, maybe not quite fully loving what I'm seeing, because I'm about ready to die. So let's get up here and take a tiny nap. And we can make a save here at letter exploring 3. No, well, I didn't make a... See, can I rename letter exploring 1? That's what I was wanting. And I can get... No, I am as high as a kite. I'm just wanting letter exploring. Just straight up, regular old letter exploring. So save, letter exploring, yes. Then get rid of... I can't... No, I can't delete. Delete letter exploring 3, delete letter exploring 1. I was having a stupid moment. I was getting Barenziah mixed up with am I been down here? I think I've been down here to a degree. There's a secret door here with a hidden orc, which is no longer in existence. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not liking where I'm at. I was like, I'm liking the direction I'm going, but obviously not. Okay, well, this is a good direction. Okay, a little less good. But I do think I see another way down, so maybe it is a really, truly fantastic way. Great. We just need to figure out how to get down from now. Can you please just... Okay, really? Can you please die? Thank you. Okay. No, I don't need up. I hear a mechanism, and I'm not the biggest fan of the idea of it. Oh my god, what in the world is... I've never seen this room before. This is gorgeous. It's like their treasure room. They have a Daedric Daikatana just sitting out and about. What is that? Is that a okay, I don't care if it's a recipe. Oh my gosh, this is great. What's in the middle? Nothing of note. Okay, great. Guess we'll go back this direction. Because we're right above it, basically. Or we're right above it. That's what I'm looking for. So, oh, perfect down. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, yep, we're definitely right. Yep, we're right here. Great, great, great. Okay, and here. Grab it. Goodbye to you. Anybody else want some? Goodbye to you. Okay, who else? I hear other doors opening. Or not. Let's read the letter. Queen Mynisera, I have grave news. The Totem of Tiber Septim has been found. You know what this means. The power behind Tiber Septim could be unleashed upon Tamriel again. Rumor has it that Lord Woodborne, a minor Lord of Wayrest, has possession of it. He will doubtless lose it soon. You must persuade him to turn it over to you or Lady Elysana. The court of Wayrest has no love of King Lysandas, but you should still have influence there. I am asking you to use it on my behalf. Uriel Septim, Emperor of Tamriel. This is the 3rd time we've heard about the Totem of Tiber Septim, and my rule of 3s is this. First time, okay. 2nd time could be a coincidence. The 3rd time is a pattern. The Totem of Tiber Septim is something very important. Very, very important. Let's go on ahead and recall out of here and travel back to Daggerfall. I almost said Wayrest. No, we're going to Daggerfall is where we need to go. Can't travel by ships. We've got to travel slow. That's perfectly fine. And then where are we at? We're on the side of town. Here's this thing. Because I kind of screwed up at the end of the last episode by doing the princess's quest early and causing Barenziah's quest not to pop, and I had to do some kind of a little bit more work on... Excuse me. Are you good? Thank you. Because I had to do a little bit more work on my part. I have no idea how long this video is actually going to be because there was so much downtime and dead air. So because of that, I think I should probably add at least one more quest to today's episode. Because both of these quests weren't super in-depth, I feel. So hopefully that means this episode's not going to be an hour and a half or 2 hours, but I doubt it. I don't think we've probably been going that long. So we're going to be doing one more quest in today's episode. I don't know what it'll be, but we're going to be doing at least one more. And then at the end of today's episode, we're reading part 3 of King Edward. Oh, it's not ready yet. What time? Excuse me. Can I? Okay, well, what time can I? Wait here 4 hours, I guess. Perfect. Nope. Wait here. There are enemies nearby. Wait here 2 hours. Thank you. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I thought this was Wayrest. No. Yeah, okay. No, I was supposed to talk to you. Okay, I was like, what in the world is going on? Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I just gotta go quickly talk to them. Hi, Mynisera. Facet. This letter is dangerous. Gortwog has undoubtedly sold copies of it to everyone from Wayrest to the Underking. After all, if the powers of the Iliac Babe become embroiled in war over the totem, he stands to gain quite a lot. Go now. You've done your job. I'm sure the totem will find its way into your life somehow. You seem to have a knack for such things. Just remember, the only safe master of the totem is the Emperor. Okay, anything else? Nope. Okay, great. Let me go and say, excuse me, nope, sorry, I had to go talk to her. That's weird that an NPC that has important quests as part of the main quest, you can't go to a section of her room because it ticks off people. That seems a little funky to me, but whatever, okay. Let's go on ahead, and I will be back once we figure out what quest we can... I'm going to try my best not to... A red-faced courier startles you with the cry of, "Letter for Vassett." Hey, that must be you. Here, take this. Gotta go. Other deliveries to be made. Dear Vassett, Numidium was Tiber Septim's secret weapon and his bid for supreme power. 1,000-foot-tall automaton... automaton, there we go. Automaton, a golem or an atronach of sorts, powered by a gem called the Mantella. The Mantella was infused with the life force of Tiber Septim's Imperial Battle Mage, and with it, the Septim crushed all who stood in his way. After the complete and total defeat of all of his opponents, Septim began using Numidium to crush the neutral royal families of Tamriel so that he could enthrone only persons he knew to be loyal. His Imperial Battle Mage was furious at this use of his creation and fought to reclaim the Mantella. In the ensuing battle, both the created and the creator were vanquished, and the heart they shared blown out of this reality into the netherworld they called Aetherius. Numidium's body was scattered throughout Tamriel, and the Imperial Battle Mage without his life force went into a semi-slumber into a subterranean vault. In the centuries that followed, the Emperor's elite soldiers for generation after generation collected the pieces of Numidium and became known as the Blades. Tiber Septim's Imperial Battle Mage became known as the Underking, and sent his forces out to find the Mantella. Be warned, therefore, those who search for the Totem of Tiber Septim are searching for the mechanism the first Emperor of Tamriel used to control Numidium. Should Numidium return, he or she who holds the totem will control Tamriel's fate. A friend. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So, as I was saying, going to be doing one more quest in this episode, and I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to ensure that the next quest I choose does not affect a quest that we have. Reaching into your pack for something to eat, you spy a note. It wasn't there before. Dear Vassip, I must tell you about the Totem of Tiber Septim, which all covet. You must know the truth about what you are asked. The totem was crafted by the original Imperial Battle Mage of Tamriel by orders of Tiber Septim. It is essentially a means of controlling a gargantuan creature called Numidium. Without it, the Numidium would simply not function. The Imperial Battle Mage placed a seal on the totem so that anyone not of Septim lineage or possessing a special supernatural affinity, such as himself, would be instantly killed if they attempted to use it. The totem with the rest of the Numidium was lost during the epic battle between the Imperial Battle Mage and his own creation, a friend. Alright, another letter. As I was... A street urchin. Wow, randomly, a street urchin races up calling, "Message for Vassip from the man in gray." The child runs off before you can grab him, leaving you holding a note. Oh my god, this is hilarious. It's note after note. Okay, this note. Vassip, if you don't want to be dead as Lysandus, stop your investigations immediately. Do you really want to risk your life for a dead man? You are being watched. Duly noted. Okay, anybody else want to deliver a letter as I'm trying to explain what I'm going to be doing? No? Wonderful. Okay, as I was saying, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. We're doing one more quest in this episode. I'm going to ensure that the quest we do is not a quest that will lock me out of another quest. That way we don't have an issue in the future episodes, which we're getting close. I would imagine less than 5 episodes until the end of the game. At least the main story of the game. Then we got to do the Fighters Guild. But, yeah, so I'm going to ensure that we try not to have that issue happen again. I do apologize it happened in the first place. I was trying already, and I just made a simple error. So I will be back once we figure out what quest we can do to finish out today's episode. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, I am back. We are going to do one more quest, but I actually found something out. This kind of a letter thing was actually a kind of a pseudo quest itself. And let's anchor. I didn't mean to do that. I also didn't mean to do... That's what the issue with having Q and W right next to each other. I found out, though, that... So this is a kind of a pseudo quest that happens when you're getting inundated with letters. So we got 2... There are 3 letters you can get. I apparently got 2 of them. I did not get 1 letter, and I don't know if I will, because apparently the person you need to have a reputation with to get it, I don't think I have reputation with. So I'm going to read it for you guys so we have the lore, because that's kind of what this series is about. But I don't think we're probably going to get it. So here's technically what another letter I would have said is, "Dear Vassip, you have probably not heard the fairy tale of Numidium, but you need to. The legend dates back to the earliest parts of the Third Era. Numidium was supposed to be a giant, so big his hands could knock the moons from the sky. I do not recall from the stories whether Numidium was supposed to be good or bad, but the legends used to scare me as a child. The legends are, in fact, true. There was Numidium, and if situations continue, he will come again. The Totem of Tiber Septim is used to control Numidium. However, legend has it that great Numidium was lost his Mantellan heart, whatever that is, in the final with Tiber Septim's Battle Mage. Until his heart is found, the totem is useless. A friend." So yeah, that was a kind of another little tiny quest that could have popped up. And then, so we are going to do one more quest as I mark some of these quests that we've already done as completed, which was that quest, and then that quest also got completed. Okay. So we're going to do one more quest, and it's actually the last quest down the quest line here. So we are going to go back over here to as I try to go to Wayrest. There is one more quest in relation to the princess, so we are going to go and do that quest, and then after that, I believe we probably at this point need to. I didn't want that. I also didn't want that. No, that's the one I wanted. After that, we'll probably go and talk to Prince Luton, because we've not talked to him. We've not spoke to him. We've done a lot of Morgaya stuff. We've done a lot of Daggerfall stuff. We need to go in and start paying a little bit of attention to Sentinel. So, yeah, so I will be back once we are at the castle in Wayrest and speaking to the princess, whose name I forget, who made us kill the gentleman with the coat last episode, who kind of also screwed up this episode to a degree. So I will be back. All right, I am back. Talking to the princess. I will say that apparently I made it a little bit of a slight error. Apparently there was a letter I could have received that would have said something along the lines of, "Vassip, my good friend Lord Woodborne says that you are a hero that can be trusted. I would be truly indebted to you if you would stop by sometime to chat. Maybe you could even do something for me. I'd be oh so grateful. Princess Elysana, Castle Wayrest. So wait, we did miss that again. I'm trying to use this kind of graph layout for quests so I don't screw anything up. But because of that, I can kind of miss some stuff, so I try and supplement it in when I can. You're even more dashing in person than Lord Woodborne said. I just love talking to men and women of action. I know that you're looking for a certain object, facet, a totem pole or something. Well, an acquaintance of mine, a perfectly delightful young lady in green, has something that may help you. If you would escort my cousin Gwynara Gearsmith to Cristara Gert, you can have it. Would you do this teensy-weensy favor for me? Sure. How exciting. It'll be a real adventure. Gwynara Gearsmith just loves to travel and has been dying to spend some time with Cristara Gerton. Go to Masterson Hall of Alakir Desert to a place called the Master House Residence. She'll pay you 1,621 gold pieces for bringing her Gwynara Gearsmith. Don't you just love these dangerous missions? Sure. Gwynara Gearsmith says you're much tougher than Elysana said you'd be. Hello. Alright, so we're going to go to the Alakir Desert. Alright. Travel on over here. I don't believe I can probably travel via my map. Nope. Asked me to escort her cousin to Masterson Hall of Alakir Desert. Okay. Alakir Desert. Masterston Hall. No. Okay. Hold on. Did I spell it wrong? It is Masterston cousin to Masterston Hall of Alakir Desert. Yeah, Masterston Hall. We're in Alakir Desert. Okay, just search Hall then. That's not a place. Activate all. Masterston. No, just search Hall again. Okay, I was smart enough to make a continued save here. Let's do this again and see if we don't get an area that's actually real. So this is all... no, it's the same area. Where's Masterston Hall? Of the Alakir... I might just be stupid. I might have to search the areas around the Alakir Desert. So I will be back once we figure out what's going on. Alright, I'm back. I have no idea. There is no Masterston Hall in Alakir at all. I have no idea, so I'm gonna have to just be here in Alakir and ask about, I'd assume, stuff. Locations? Regional? This is weird, man. Princess Elysana has asked me to escort her cousin Gwynara Gearsmith to Masterston Hall of Alakir Desert to meet Cristara Gerton. She will pay me 1,621 gold to give me something relative to the totem. I guess go to another town. Let's go over here to Matula. Really? No, cut it out. Goodbye to you. I said goodbye. Come on. Oh, you're a barbarian. You're gonna take a little bit more time. Let's wait here until I guess the town opens. There are enemies still nearby. Really? No, thank you. Really? I cannot get any sleep. I just want the gates to be open, my guy. Come on. Good. Bye to you. You're a barbarian too. Yep. Okay, you're just a clothed barbarian, which is a little more rare. Okay, is it gonna be... I should be open now. Great. Now, can we find what we're looking for here? Where is a person to ask? There's a person to ask. Do you know where Masterson Hall is? Do you know where literally anything of importance is? There's nothing in that list. General. No, I don't want general. Regional. No, I don't want regional. What in the world's going on, man? Go to... go to that place maybe, and maybe ask around. Oh, we gotta rest again. Let's rest here another 8 hours. Really? Goodbye to you. Where? Okay, really, barbarian. I just wanted... I think we might have ran possibly into a glitch. We've had it a couple times happen in this game. Remember in the, was it Thieves Guild? We had an entire town just... Gwenara Garesmith says, "Who were those barbarians? They almost killed you. Maybe you should just forget about Lysandas's ghost." That's weird. Gwenara Garesmith suddenly runs away, her feet making no sound as she disappears into the shadows. What's going on? This has part of the quest? This has to be part of the quest. That's really weird, man. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. I guess maybe wait. I have no idea what to do now. I might have to look up on the wiki and see what in the world's going on. Goodbye to you. And then I guess we'll wait 3 more hours and... Okay, everything's open now. I don't know what to do. There's no Masterston Hall or anything. Hi. Do you know anything about anybody? I don't want the palace, actually. Thank you very much. I'm gonna be back, because I don't know what's going... I don't know if this is a glitched thing with my quest. I don't know if this is part of the quest. So again, I try not to spoil myself, but this is actually something I need to look up to make sure I'm actually doing this correct. Alright, I'm back. Something weird is going on with this quest. I've looked up what it is, and it was, the person was supposed to leave. And so I'm spoiled on the end of the quest, because I had to know what was going on, but, Masterston Hall of Alakir Desert. There was no Masterston Hall in Alakir Desert. And so I looked it up, and it seemed like possibly it could be in the region in which the quest was originated from. So I searched Wayrest for Masterston Hall. It did not come up. And eventually I searched back here in Daggerfall, and there is a town called Masterston Hall, but it's not in Alakir. So I don't know what exactly is going on, but this may be where we needed to go. Yeah. That's weird, man. That was a kind of a bug for Daggerfall Unity, I'd imagine. That was... Granted, maybe one of my mods broke it and it works perfectly fine in the main game, but that was weird. Let's go on ahead and talk to who we need to talk to. I'm sorry, that threw me off so much. I apologize, people. You're who I need to talk to. Facet, I'm glad to see you, and Gwenara Garesmith, too. Here, take the gold. Object? What's a totem? Well, it's been nice talking to you. Gotta run. Alright, and that was the quest that we had, last quest for the episode. I'm sorry that this episode's been so kind of disjointed. Normally I try to have the episodes be a little bit more, tight and concise and everything in order, but, yeah, due to my own idiocy at the end of last episode screwing up and blocking out a quest that I had to go and then remedy and fix, and then this quest kind of bugging out to a degree, yeah, this episode was not my finest, and I apologize. So, at the, we are reading King Edward Part 3, and that is the book we are reading today, so if those who want to stick around and listen, they can, but for those of you that don't, and while we're here in Daggerfall, we might as well go over here to Gothway Garden and read it. Fassip, it wasn't my fault. I was hired to set you up. Here, take the 1,621 gold. Some guy in a gray cloak paid me exactly that much to do it. Gwenara Garesmith was just some whore paid to go with you. You know, I just remembered. I have 1,256 gold pieces that are just too heavy to carry anymore. Why don't you take them and I'll be going? Yeah, that quest was... There was some funky something going on with that quest, 'cause that should have popped up at the house. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully maybe when you guys do it, your game runs a little bit smoother and it's not... Again, I have mods additionally outside of Daggerfall Unity that could possibly have screwed with timings of stuff, so I'm not holding certain bugs in certain... I'm not holding it against the game, so... we're reading King Edward Part 3, and for those that want to stick around and listen to it, they can, but for those of you that don't, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of The Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification save today when new videos come to the channel. Any important announcements will come via the community tab on the YouTube channel, so just kind of keep an eye over there. If you guys enjoyed the video, could you guys go down and hit the thumbs up button? And I would appreciate it so much. You guys have no idea how much hitting the thumbs up button helps the channel grow and gets recognition with the algorithm and everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. And for those of you that do want to stick around and listen to King Edward Part 3, I will be back once we find it. King Edward Part 3. Chapter 3. Lessons. The golden days passed swiftly. Edward spent most of his time in the company of his parents. He saw few other children. None at all lived in their tree, only their wood elf host and Morland's 6 companions. An oddly assorted, cheerful lot. Disrespectful, Edward thought. None of the Daggerfall court or servants would dare to have addressed his father as these did Morland and Elysana, with their constant raillery. But these weren't servants or courtiers, just companions. Only one was a dark elf. There were a Khajiit woman, 2 wood elves, brother and sister, a Nordic man, even bigger than Morland, and a strange-looking lizard-like man who spoke with such a hissing accent that Edward couldn't understand him at all. The Nord man was called Slave of Morland, or just Slave for short, although Morland usually called him Mats, or My Slave. Mats tended the group's weapons and gathered wood for the evening fires, but it wasn't unusual for the others to bring wood. Morland himself often borrowed Mat's axe and fetched and split wood if there was a need, or if he just felt like it. They spent much of their time roaming the woods and fields, hunting and gathering produce in 2s and 3s. Usually Morland, Elysana, and Edward and Shade went off together. They carried bows for hunting. When Edward asked Morland to teach him to shoot better, he was told to ask his mother, as she was the better shot, and it was Elysana's arrow that brought down a handsome buck. Although both arrows had struck, and they quarreled over whose arrow had killed as they ran towards the buck. "Bah!" Morland exclaimed as he pulled his black-fletched arrow from the hindquarters. "I don't know how I managed to feed myself before I married you. You had the companions. Matt Smith and I starved together before we met Beech and Willow." Morland pulled out his black dagger tooth and began to skin the animal's body, calling Edward to come and watch. "You want to learn about animals, don't you?" "Live ones," Edward said with a distaste. His dainty mother was ripping the skin away with enthusiasm. "Such make tough eating," the dark elf said. "Give me your cloak. I'll make a package for you to carry." "I'm a prince, not a pack horse." "You'll carry your share, or you'll be a hungry prince this night." The elf had lost his good humor. "I won't. I don't want any. You can't make me." Morland stood erect and appeared to think over this. "Can't I?" he taunted. "Edward, please," Elysana appealed to him. "Tell me, Lord Prince, how then does one get the meat to one's table if one may not carry it? If princes may not carry meat, then certainly kings and queens may not. Or do princes grow out of the incapacity when they become kings? They have servants. Serve ants? What a clever idea. Only a human could think of that. Ants are excellent at carrying, I have noted, although I have not the trick of commanding them. Perhaps you can teach me." "Servants, like Mats here," Edward shouted. He hated being teased. Mats and the other companions had come up, having heard the shouts over the kill. "Mats, you think I cannot make you carry deer meat, yet I could command Mats to do so." Morland stared up at the blonde giant. "Well, one never knows until one tries. Mats, carry the deer." The blonde scratched his head and jaw thoughtfully. "Highness, Nothing would please me more, but it is a large deer, and my old wound is troubling my back. Perhaps if you kill a smaller one. Well, Prince, what now? You beat him. At what? I can outrun him. Mats, if I reach that oak tree first, will you carry the deer? Matt shook his head slowly. You beat him with a stick, Edward yelled. What promise you show as a healer, my prince. You will forgive me if I refrain from consulting you until you have further training. It is my judgment that beating with a stick will not improve Matt's back. Of course I may be in error. Silk, you carry the deer. Me, my lord? I'm sorry, but I've just remembered that I am fourth cousin to the 5th house of Debella, Queen of Heaven. My dignity forbids that I carry anything at all. Willow and Beech claim that a mage had forbidden either of them from carrying any part of an animal, while the moon shone was risen. Prince, are you truly certain about this rule? It seems to make life most inconvenient. We could bring the wood to the deer, which will take many hours, and leave us benighted here. We could consume the meat raw on the spot, but I own my own belly is not yet empty enough to make that option attractive. Alara, can you help us? How do the high rock folk get meat to the table? My lord, when I lived there, it was my firm belief that it appeared by magic. There were servants, but they were an irritating, lazy lot, more trouble than they were worth. Edward, my son, is it possible that this rule applies only in High Rock? I suppose so. Edward carried a share of meat that bent his back, but he did not complain, and so it was settled, and the meal that night was a merry one. But for several days after, if the companions caught him carrying anything at all, they would inquire anxiously as to whether a High Rock prince might do so. If Mats is not a servant, then why do you call him Morland's slave? Edward asked one drowsy afternoon. Well, he is my slave. I paid gold for him, and all that myth and I had. We came on a man beating him near Rake Parthkeep. He looked near death. When Myth and I tried to stop the beating, the man said Mats was a runaway slave, and he'd do as he liked with him. So I threw down the gold and told him he could take it and leave, else I would kill him out of hand. He chose the latter. So I told Mats to take the gold as his master's heir and go where he would. He chose to come with us, so we buried the gold with his master, and Mats has been with us since. Could he leave if he wanted to? Of course. May I go pick some of those berries over there? Edward asked, and Morland nodded. Alara was sleeping, curled on her side. Morland sat next to her, leaning back against a tree, his hands playing with her long, dark curls. His eyes and skin were sensitive to the bright sun. Shade slept stretched in the sun nearby, his dark fur glinting with silver in the light. Edward wandered over to the bushes and picked the bright glowberries, so called because they glowed at night. Although right now they were a rather dull gray, but they tasted very good. If he ate enough, would he glow at night, he wondered? Or if he smashed them and collected the juice? The bushes caught at him, but he found a sort of tunnel through them and trotted along it, wondering where it led. It ended in a small clearing before a pile of rocks. There was a hole and something in it. Edward stepped back, making a small noise in his throat. The something heaved and presented a tusky, snarling face and hooves that pawed at the earth. The boy backed away slowly. The beast's head went down, the shoulders heaved, and the immense bulk lumbered into a charge. Edward tried to throw himself into the bushes. There was no room, and then incredibly, Morland was in front of him, between him and the beast. There was a flash and a crash, and the elf seemed to leap backwards for several feet, landing crouched just in front of Edward's face. The air whistled as his blade seemed to jump out of the sheath of his own accord. There was a sparkle in the air around him, and a burnt smell. Silence. Get out of here, boy, now. Edward fled, yelling for his mother, who was running towards the bushes and calling him. She clasped him to her and began shouting for Morland. Instead, there was no answer. Then, somehow, the elf was there, unharmed, his blade sheathed again, but he was breathing hard. Did you kill it? Are you hurt? No, and no. I was shielded, barely. You disturbed a sow in her den with her litter. Unfortunately, she thought she'd had enough after the first impact. I dare say she's unaccustomed to finding her enemies still standing afterwards. Why didn't you kill her? Edward demanded, feeling bloodthirsty after his fright. A katana, even the ebony blade, is not the weapon I choose against a mother's sow. A spear, maybe. The longer the better. Besides, if we leave her be, there'll be 6 pigs here next year with luck. You made a magic shield, Edward said, wide-eyed. Aye. Barring the shield, she'd have left a few marks even on a tough old dark elf. Edward, it would be gracious to thank your rescuer, his mother prompted. Thank you, Edward said automatically, his mind busy with more questions. He had the elf... How had the elf known of his danger? How did he get there after the first impact? I dare say she's unaccustomed to finding her enemies still standing afterwards. That is a repeated text, unfortunately. How had the dark elf known his danger? How did he get there so quickly? There is scarcely need to thank me for saving my son's life. Thank Shade, Morland said. The cat told me there was trouble. Edward knelt and hugged the smug, purring cat. Good old Shade. I can always count on him. My son. Our son. The words rang proudly out at the least excuse. Edward puzzled over this for a while. It wanted an explanation. The one he favored was the one that Morland simply did not know him very well yet, and was prone to give him the benefit of the doubt to strangers. Eventually, but in the meantime, he might as well enjoy it. It was nice, having a father that was proud of you, that liked being with you, took you places, talked to you, listened to you, and most remarkably of all, let you alone when you needed to be. Morland only really liked being alone when he was composing a ballad. Edward told Beech and Willow about the mother pig. I ran when he told me to. Would you? Because he said to. I couldn't think of any way to help, but Willow and Beech listened carefully, exchanged glances, said they'd think about the problem. After supper, around the evening fire, Willow took up a small harp and began to sing the joys of an autumn afternoon and berries. Except the Morlands sent the boy off to pick berries. They got that part wrong. Morland sat up sharply and looked around, but the others had slipped away into darkness and Willow wasn't looking at him. Myth strolled into the firelight, taking mincing steps, picking pantomime berries and eating them noisily. Morland put his head down and groaned. Myth pantomimed finding something, then skipped in delight. Matt's head and shoulders lurched into the firelight. Myth reached a hand to pat him, then leapt back with a squeal as Mats tried to rip him with a tusk. Huge tusks and a pig nose adorned his face. Myth crouched, hands to his face in exaggerated horror, and Silk, clad in black, leaped between Myth and Mats with a shower of sparks, jerking backwards, hose about its knees, shoeless. It reached for its sword, but Mats charged and knocked it flying. It spun out of sight. Mats, scrambling on all fours, missed Myth, but tore his hose. Myth scampered around the fire with Mats after him, Silk, sword in one hand, the other tugging at the hose, chased after Mats, beating him with the sword. Another figure appeared, clad in Eliera's blue gown, with Beech's head sticking out above, wearing a long, dark wig. Myth cowered behind her skirts. She glared at Mats, and he froze. Silk tripped and sprawled behind him. Beech tossed his hair back, patted Myth reassuringly on the head, wet one finger, and smoothed an eyebrow, then leisurely picked up his bow, aimed, and twanged. Mats leaped backwards, collapsing on top of Silk, with a very realistic death rattle. Beech and Myth embraced, ignoring Silk, still flat beneath Mats. Morland had begun laughing when Silk first leaped out. Eliera had waited for Beech's appearance. Now tears were running down her cheeks. Morland was doubled over, pounding his fist against a tree. Ripples and giggles of silvery laughter sounded all around, and showers of gold coins fell into the circle. The companions gathered themselves together and bowed as humans did. Again, do it again. No, Morland gasped as he laughed. Ah, you came nearer killing me than the sow did. I beg mercy. Another night, gentle persons. Our king has had a very long day. We thank you all. Gods had the entire town seen. Edward stared behind him, but they were all melting away into the dark. That's not what happened, he yelled. You were a hero. They made fun of you. Yes, yes, and yes, especially the last, by Geoffrey himself. That was funny. They all saw that, and you're going to let them do it again? Edward was scandalized. They had all looked ridiculous. Let them. It'll be known all over Tamriel for centuries to come. I doubt not, but never again so well. But it didn't happen like that at all. It would have if the sow had charged again. Ariana's bow would have been far more effective than my poor blade, and she'd have seen Morlin leap like a Khajiit. His fingers smoothed an eyebrow in a gesture typical of Valieras, and he went off again, into a long laugh. Aye, she'd have slain the beast with it. Look. If she couldn't find an arrow, Mats, you're more like the sow than she like herself. Bigger too, I swear. Myth, you old rogue, only you could look so innocent. But, it's not true, Edward protested. Boy, you think there's only one truth? Was what you saw today truth? Did you see all the truth, even of what did happen? What you saw here tonight will light up truths unseen, if you allow it. You can spend a lifetime reflecting on it, and yet not see it whole, for it goes even further and deeper, spreading like ripples in a pool beyond us all and out into the deep stillness of forever. What happens is only a tiny part of truth, maybe the least part, and what you see is smaller yet. Edward still thought that a king really ought to have more dignity, but he didn't say so. What you saw here tonight will light up. That is possibly repeated text. Yeah, that's repeated text. Edward still thought that the king really ought to have more dignity, but he did not say so. Okay, so we're having a little problem in these books of repeated text. So, anyway, so that was King Edward Part 3. So for all of you that stuck around and listened to that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.